Welcome, everybody, to day 10 of LOVEStream. We are so excited to have you here. And I have my beautiful friend, Miss Debbie, in the flow. You are probably familiar with her from being in comments as a moderator, being around, helping out on Ask Your Guides, and working with us through the Metatron's 21-day challenge meditation. But I want to tell you some things about Miss Debbie that you probably don't know. She's a retired special education teacher. She has spent decades nurturing tender hearts and minds with boundless patience and love. She is a true daughter of the earth, sharing a quiet life on a Minnesota farm with her husband, surrounded by horses, dogs, and the rhythms of nature. But don't let the stillness fool you. Debbie's soul is stirring. A lifelong writer, she's now sharing her deeply felt words with the world. She's exploring her spiritual path, stepping into the intuitive realm of oracle cards and letting her inner mystic speak. And just as powerfully, she's answering the call of activism, emerging with a newfound voice for justice and truth. Her journey is one of courage, the kind that whispers, not shouts. A woman of heart, healing, and now purpose on the world stage. Welcome, Miss Debbie.
Aw. That was tear-jerking. Wow. I just love you, just so you know. And I'm incredibly grateful for meeting you, through the horses and now through Metatron and the journey that we've been on this whole time. And so thank you for asking me to be here, even though I was super excited. And then, as you know, I've been kind of nervous ever since. And so I just kept asking my guides for guidance. And it has been astonishing to me through the whole thing, even this morning. And in fact, I just told you the story, so why don't I start with that? Yesterday, during this event, there was discussion of using a singing bowl. And so I said, oh, I have a singing bowl, so I would bring it out. Well, I brought it out of the box this morning. Let's see if I can find the camera. So here's my box. And I brought it out of the box, and it's just a little tiny, cute little singing bowl. And in the bowl, the singing bowl, was a necklace with an owl on it.
It's beautiful.
Can you see that?
Yeah, the little turquoise eyes.
Little turquoise eyes, yeah. And the owls have always been a mentor to me. And so when I found that this morning after yesterday's event, it just kind of tied it all together. And so I wanted to make sure that I played the singing bowl for us. Oops, I don't know how to do it very well. There we go. Can you see it?
Yes, beautiful.
Anyway, so now we've cleared the energy, and we're all here together with the owl, and then we have our unicorns. Deborah made me this beautiful background with the unicorn, and I have my unicorn shirt on and my unicorn duck that I got a couple years ago on my birthday. My birthday happens to be National Unicorn Day.
That is just so amazing.
Isn't it though? And I have a tattoo that was a unicorn, and I didn't put the horn on because I was worried about it, but I was so attracted to the unicorn that I had to have it. And so I have done many things with the different unicorns. So anyway, what else should we talk about?
Well, you are somewhat new to this spiritual journey and newish to the oracle cards now. So I think it'd be really cool to talk a little bit about how that evolved for you.
Good one. Well, I have this glass, the magic glass, and out of nowhere, when I was taking my vitamins every morning and there'd be a little drop of water on the bottom of it, and I'd set it down, I noticed that there were pictures inside the magic glass. It turned out to be called the magic glass. And I would take the pictures, they would show up in the bottom down here on my phone. And I started writing about them. So I'd see a picture, I'd see something, an image in there, and I'd take a picture of it. And then it was like magic, because ideas would come to me and they would flow, and I would use those oracles, as somebody told me that's what an oracle, and I had no idea. And then I got scared of it, to tell you the truth. I was like, oh my gosh, what happens if the glass breaks, or if it stops, or what is an oracle? And then I started investigating oracles, and I think you and I even talked about oracles. And then I had one deck. I think it's important to connect the dots. I had one deck. This is a long time ago. I bought this deck. It was a Doreen Virtue deck, Healing with the Angels. And then I would use it off and on and off and on. And then I joined your group. Then the magic glass started, those pictures, the meditation. I think when you meditate and you're open to the idea of connecting to your spirit guides, life they give it to you.
Yeah.
You ask for it, and it shows up. And it reminds me of, you said that I was a lifelong writer, and I have been. I would sit in coffee shops years and years and years ago and write on napkins, of all things, if I didn't have paper with me. So that flow has always been there, but when I was teaching, I didn't have that time or the space to do it. But when I retired 2 years ago next week, it was as if the floodgates opened, and I just started really writing a lot. So that's kind of how that happened. Then the oracles appeared, and now I have all kinds of oracles decks. A couple of them are unicorn decks, sticking with the theme. Just got this one last week. And the pendulum has become another way to communicate. There's so many different ways to communicate with our spirit team.
But that's all evolved for you. As you said, you were kind of scared when the messages came through the glass. So you have gone in a very short period of time from somebody who was maybe dipping her toe in the spiritual pool,
Mm-hmm.
now just
Mm-hmm.
doing these full out readings and
Yeah.
being so connected that the magic is there every day. And it's been such a joy to watch this journey and your evolution.
Yeah. Yeah. Now it's a matter of figuring out how to be organized in my thoughts when I talk about them. Because when I write, it comes out, but then I go back and edit it. And I'm noticing when I'm talking, it's not as easy to stay organized in my thoughts. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, and that'll come. So I'm sorry to the audience if I'm not staying real organized. There's this thing called nerves that I think we all have. And I feel like my team told me that it's okay to be nervous. It's okay to do this with Deborah. And it's the right time to emerge into this new, what do you call new way? It's not just video, or it's not just writing anymore, it's also video. And so it's just time to use YouTube, use video as a way to continue on my spiritual journey. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah. I don't know if you can see the comments or not, but you've got your
Nope.
supportive team out here. There's a button on the right side that says comments. If you click on that, you'll see them in your window.
Let's see if I can find it. You guys, I might lose y'all. I'm on my phone. I see chat. Is that what I need to click on?
That would be private chat. So you want
Okay.
comments.
All right, you guys, I don't see comments. Hopefully I don't lose you.
You won't lose
I
us. But if you
see.
can't see that, then don't worry about it. You'll see it later.
I'll see it later. You might have to. Okay, okay, I think I'm back where I need to be.
Yeah, you never left.
Um,
Linda says, your friend Linda, I understand not being organized while talking. I think it's part of dyslexia.
yes, and I am dyslexic. I am definitely dyslexic.
And you're
And usually it's with numbers, but it's also with organization. And but I taught online for a year and a half, and I loved it. But I had a computer and a laptop, and so I always had like a lesson plan, and I could just move off of that. So,
there you go. Can you see that?
no, okay, wait, let me move this
I'll
up.
put it on the screen for you.
Aw, thank
Yes.
you, Phyllis. Thank you. Maybe it'll inspire somebody else to do that. That's kind of what I want to do, is inspire people to move in on their spiritual journey and just, as we always say, connect the dots, follow
Yeah.
the feel, live in the flow, do what feels right before you force anything,
Yeah.
because it's not about forcing. This is all about just listening in the moment. This morning, I was nervous, and Tilly, my young puppy, could sense it. And so, we went outside several times, and I fed her, and then I realized, oh my goodness, I forgot to play mind games with her. And so we always do the mind games, and she gets TREATS's spelling it, because when I say it, sure it'll pop up.
Mm-hmm.
But I, in the flow, realized that she still needed her routine so that she could, be here with me calm and quiet. And so we did all the different things. I comb her hair, and as it turned out, it calmed her down, but it also calmed me down too. And so I think it's important during this time of craziness, um, to really find that calm and that centered place whenever we sense that anxiety. What can you do to calm down? Some of us go to our pendulums, or draw a card, or run, take a walk, or dance, or write. We're all different, but we're all connected. And I think knowing that we're not alone is super important during any time, but especially during this time where I have become an activist. Like Dan said the other day, you're an activist. And I went, oh, you're right. I am. I'm out there, and I've never done that before. And it feels good to do it. Um, but I'm trying to do it from a real positive place
Yes.
and from love, because I believe I have goosebumps. I believe that through love is how we're going to untie all of the chaos that's going on around us right now.
That's perfect. And that's exactly what we're doing here in LoveStream. Love,
Mm-hmm.
peace, and oneness. I want to show you this message.
Okay. Aw,
Isn't that sweet?
thank you. I appreciate you. Now, if you do subscribe to my YouTube page, there's something you need to know. My horses take up 99.9% of it. And I'm super comfortable being videotaped while I'm playing with my horses and in the flow there, which is one of the reasons my name is In the Flow. but it's also because Deborah had said sometime when I was writing that, oh, you're in the flow, baby, you're in the flow. And I knew I needed a new name for my YouTube page, and I had a list that was yay long. And when she said that, I knew that's what I needed. And I also went back to Miss Debbie because that's what my students called me. And I felt that I needed to distinguish myself from other Debbies. And that worked out really well. So
Yeah,
that's, you
beautiful.
helped me with that too. But just so you all know, you're going to have to like encourage me, I think, to put videos out similar to
Well,
this.
I don't know. Did you see that comment?
No. Oh, thank you, Hypnocity. I have been watching your comments, Hypnocity, and I enjoy them, just so you know. I'm grateful to you.
Yeah, but you are so
Speaking of,
slow. This is all just going to evolve. And because you are so focused on bringing the magic, being in the moment, noticing it, the wonderful oracle glass, and now the cards, that's got this wonderful, bubbly, effervescent feeling that helps everybody around you feel better. And that's what
oh,
it's about. It's our community. We're supporting one another because heaven knows it feels like we're going to have a shipwreck out there some days. But
mhm,
together, we are sailing into calmer seas
yeah.
and feeling better. And you're a big part of that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And with the group, the 21 days of Metatron, and I've participated in all of them now. And then I have felt called to do the different monthly subjects, which I haven't done this time around. Usually I do, but I didn't this time because we got Miss Tilly. Um, and she takes up a lot of time. But what she has done is brought joy back into my heart in a way that I never anticipated. Never, ever, ever. I laugh and laugh and laugh. And laughter, I think during this time of stress and frustration and fear and anxiety that we're living through, I didn't realize how important laughter was to find the joy in every single day. I know we talk about it all the time, but when I started actually feeling it again, um, that was life changing. And I think it was integral into the part of what we're doing right now today. I think when we can find joy and be happy and laugh, our vibrations are, we vibrate at a higher rate
Yeah.
and we see things at a different place. And we find our inner wisdom, the owls. I sent you 3 pictures. In fact, I wonder if I can find the one. Did I bring it down? Yeah, I did. I've always had this affinity with owls, as I had said before, and the wisdom of them. I don't think I've appreciated them as much as I have now. I think as you get older, you realize, oh, oh, oh. And the other day, I have this deck that I just bought. It was part of I bought it after you asked me to do this. It's the Good Tarot. Oops, let me see. It's by Colette Baron Reed. And I've only used it a couple of times. But one of the cards that I drew last night in preparation for this event was this card, Queen of Air. And it's glaring. Oh, can you see the owl?
Yeah. And what does air translate to in that deck?
Well, let me look. That's a very good question. Air. Let me find the Queen of Air. It's in the first section here. Yeah, I'm very new to this. These are all new. This is the next set of life that I'm going to, I guess. As you think, so shall you be. In traditional tarot, this suit is called Swords, and is
Oh,
the suit where the most conflict, tension, chaos, and destructive energy seem to be represented. Well, now that's interesting. In the good tarot, we relate the suit of air to the way we think, the results of that thinking, and where our thoughts could lead us. Therefore, in this deck, the air suit represents the mind, our thoughts, our attitudes, and our subconscious. We're asked to remember that our thoughts are like powerful seeds. Wow, that's interesting. Thanks for asking me that question.
yeah, it's so
And then it
tied.
goes on to say, what?
It so ties in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. And the Queen of Air, now, when I looked here at the Queen of Air, it says, setting healthy boundaries, strong self esteem, calculated and shrewd decisions, clear communication, well organized, a wordsmith, which I am. And then in parentheses, it says, I have clarity of purpose. My intentions are in alignment with my understanding. There's always strategy in the game called life. Can I let go of false truths and be rigorously honest with myself and others? Pretty, pretty deep.
Yeah, great message to get on the day that you're doing your presentation.
I know, wasn't that exciting? And then to find the owl this morning, and then the two owls or three owls actually, in the pictures I sent you. One was the coffee froth, and there were two owls in. I found another glass that can do oracle cards, you guys. You're gonna laugh. Let me grab it. Or that can do oracles. I need to wash off the label. It says it anyway. But look for a flat, very, very flat glass, and you too might be able to see oracles in the bottom. This is the top. Okay, and this one had two owls in it yesterday. So that was pretty cool. So, and there have been other things. There have been dogs, there's been birds, there's been dolphins,
You
can you
got
think
lots
of anything? Pardon me?
you got lots of whales for a while.
Yes, I had lots of whales for a while. Lots and lots of whales, and dolphins, which look, I have my little bell, the bell that has a dolphin and a little ringer.
It's so perfect. You're getting all those little angel breadcrumbs tying it all together. And it's
Yeah,
really, you remember when I did the reading with Dolores Cannon and she said they were wooing us, which is where woo woo comes from? It's your angels have been wooing you, bringing you in. And now you're like this beautiful flower that's blossoming.
thank you. Thank you.
Synchronicity has an orca spirit guide. Oh, that's wonderful. I think what we're going to do, because we're a little more than 20 minutes in, we'll pause now. I'll deliver
Okay.
Metatron's message. Then we'll come back. We'll do a little talking, and you are going to give your amazing presentation.
Mhm.
Okay, so Metatron begins. Oh, go ahead. What were you going to say?
I wanted to, because I'm not doing this presentation alone, I wanted people to put, like maybe three of you, four of you, if you could put a question in, something. Okay, this is all just off the cuff, right? Because my guides have said during this presentation, you're just going to work with the people,
Yeah,
and
you already
so
have,
this is.
I already
Pardon
have one.
me.
I already have one question for you. So they're
Okay, perfect.
you.
Okay, they're ahead of me. See, the spirit guides told me that they would do that. So here we go. All right, I'll be quiet. Let's listen to Metatron.
Okay, so Metatron begins. Today's message is all about hope. Hope for today, tomorrow, and the future. Even on those days where you may feel as if the sun will never shine again, please, dear light workers, understand that is an illusion. There is always hope, often more than you can see. Your angels sprinkle hope over you like manna from heaven to inspire and uplift, to carry you through the more challenging days. We acknowledge there have been many of those lately. When you are bombarded with an onslaught day after day, everything seems to go awry, and you fall into despair that this is your new reality and there's no escape. But understand, dear light workers, that is the very moment you need to rise up, declaring your sovereignty, declaring you're a magnificent manifester, a beloved child of Creator, and manna from heaven can fall on you to meet your needs. There's an endless supply. However, when you slip into despair, it becomes very difficult to remember and see that truth. This is why we beat the drum of that message so very often, so that should you slip into that moment of despair, you can quickly remind yourself that is an illusion. It's not true. You do not accept that and reclaim love and abundance freely gifted to you by Creator. No matter how bleak things may look, there is always hope. No matter how many dirty tricks the dark forces use, there is always hope. No matter how many days are lacking in sunshine to uplift your spirits, there's always hope. We ask you to make that your mantra, so that in the dark times, it will naturally, reflexively spring to your lips and help you shift the energy rapidly out of despair into hope. If you carry only one message away from LOVEStream, make it, there is always hope. That is divine truth. Of course, we prefer that you would take much more than that from this exercise. Never give up on yourself or your soul mission. There's always a way to fulfill your mission, no matter how bleak things may appear. That is only temporary. It will soon subside against the fierceness of your commitment and dedication. Glory, hallelujah. Aren't you glad you practiced all those times we asked you to? It will stand you in good stead now. You set the bar high for yourself in this lifetime, of which we heartily approve. Because if there was any lifetime to do that, it's this one. With that choice comes greater challenges. But you knew that when you made the choice. Remind yourself, this is what you wanted. You were seeking the opportunity for greater challenges and greater expansion. Well, baby, you got it. Now what are you going to do about it? Keep the light on. Keep hope alive. And keep moving forward in the company of your divine team. Can you hear things, you ask? Yes, of course you can hear things. You have been all along. It's that perpetual challenge of putting aside your doubts and insecurities to trust that what you're hearing is actually of a divine nature rather than your own ego. Again, we remind you, when you open your Akashic records and set your intention to connect with your team, that is exactly what you're doing. So trust what you get. Relax into the beautiful energy of your records. Take some deep breaths. Let the love and Creator light flow over you. Bask in that love light. Let it lift your spirits and bolster your confidence. You would not be here if you were not ready. That is divine truth. We encourage you, whenever you feel led to use your gifts, please do so, because inevitably in the doing, you will help others. And when you help others, karma will boomerang that loving energy back on you in equal or greater measure. You will be uplifted. You want to feel better? Go and help others. It's a magical circuit of energy with the potential to deeply bless you, and it's so simple to do because as a lightworker soul, it's woven into your blueprint, the need to help others. However, here we must insert a caveat. Only help when you feel good about it, and you can do it freely with love, not out of obligation, because that's a different energy entirely. And you do not want the energy of obligation boomeranging back on you, pulling you down. dumping more responsibilities on your plate. Thoughts and actions always have consequences, and it's up to you to shape them so that the consequences are positive. There are dark forces rushing towards you, even as we speak. I don't think we need to tell you about their intent because that's been pretty obvious for some time. But they're stepping it up now. We are fast reaching a pinnacle point in this battle between dark and light. Now is when it's more important than ever that you remain strong, confident, balanced, and connected to your lightworker community. Please do not try to do this by yourself. This challenge is one for the ages and requires a large number of prepared, empowered lightworkers. Take care of you first so that you'll always have more than enough to take care of others. That is a mantra you can use in many areas of your life. For example, I'm so happy and grateful that I always get more than enough sleep to leave me rested and revitalized. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so happy and grateful that my manifestations flow to me with ease and often are grander than I asked. I'm so happy and grateful that I always have more than enough time to accomplish what I wish to accomplish. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Feel free to make up your own. These are powerful mantras. When you recite them, there is rarely any resistance, which is why they're so powerful. Setting intention in flow opens the door for what you asked and more. You are in an era where flow is more critically required than previously. Anytime you find yourself in a state of resistance, stop what you're doing the moment you notice. Have a little pep talk with yourself. Shift your energy. And if you are struggling to do that on your own, then ask your team to help. Ask fellow light workers to help. Any and all of those choices are good ones. Do what you need to do to shift your energy back into the flow as quickly as possible. In the flow, there is no resistance. No resistance equals faster and better manifestations. And now we have a vision. You are standing under a glorious starlit sky, inky black, with sparkling stars twinkling in the sky. You are engulfed in a protective peace bubble where the cares and woes of the world are at arm's length, giving you the opportunity to avoid them, allowing you to soak in divine love and float as if on a cloud of creator love. Anytime you need a little pick-me-up, it would be wise to pause, take a couple of deep breaths, and create that vision for yourself. See the sky. Tilt your head back and gaze at the sky. Stretch out your arms as if to embrace the gloriousness of creation in gratitude and love. It will shift your energy in marvelous ways, filling you with a sense of well-being and being loved. You are, massively loved, beyond the ability to describe with words. Stand up, step out, take positive action to create even better karma tomorrow, because you are creating new karma in every moment with your thoughts and actions. So be sure they're good ones. Let's go out there together and create some massive, walloping good karma, dear lightworkers. It is the perfect day for that. Of course, every day is the perfect day for that. But let us do it together on this day. Let us walk out under the sunshine, twirl around like Julie Andrews in Sound of Music on that mountaintop. You may even hear the song, The Sound of Music. The hills are ablaze with the sound of music. Feel the love, the sunshine, the fresh grass, the sweet daffodils. Soak up all of the sensations available to you. Hear the hawk call out to you as it flies over, perhaps tilting a wing in your acknowledgement of your presence. This is the world you can have every day. It's all about your choices, your thoughts, and your actions. So if you don't like what's going on today in your life, make some new choices. Take some new actions today. Then relax and allow the universe to work its magic. Really, all quite simple. Just
Mhm.
faith, trust, confidence, and some practice would be good too, so that you have the muscle memory and can create what your heart desires easily in the flow. And now, dear children, we hope that you are feeling that blissful energy flowing through you, the certainty that what we have said is true and it does apply to you. It is your reality. You can accept that truth and allow it to manifest in your life today. As the much beloved child of divine creator, you deserve all of that and more. It is our honor and privilege to facilitate. Much love to
Mm.
you, children. Until tomorrow, namaste.
Ah, that was so beautiful. So beautiful. Something that I don't think I told you before we started, but right when I was taking the dogs outside, um, above me were two hawks soaring in circles around and calling to each other. So, so much of what you said, it's just synchronicity and being in the flow and
Yeah,
and noticing those signs when we see them, hear them, feel them. It's a knowing. Oh, that was beautiful.
that's where the magic comes from. When you are
Hmm.
aware and you notice those things, that's where being present in the moment comes, which you're so good at.
Mm. It takes practice. It takes practice to remember to be in the moment. And so if it's hard for anybody that's out there listening,
Yeah, I have one already waiting for you from Denise. May I please
okay,
ask for a message from Spirit?
okay. A message from Spirit. Now, before we started, I said the prayer, okay, for all of us and the collective. And I just wanted you to know that I am connected to Spirit in the way that I do when I'm writing. Okay, so I feel calm and connected. So, what I'm going to do for you, Denise, is I'm going to ask Spirit to connect with you. And I've done this a couple of times with a couple of other people. So I will just see. You know what I'm going to do? Oh, Deborah said that I can do it, shorten it up. So I did. So, Spirit, are you connected to Denise? Yes. I'm getting a yes with my pendulum. And she would like a general message. Is there a deck that you would like her to use? So I'm going to pull over the three that I had picked out, or Spirit had picked out earlier, and we'll see if it's one of these. So I'm going to ask again, is it one of these decks that you would like me to use for Denise? Ah, yes, it is. I'm not surprised. So now I'm going to find out if it's the first deck, the second deck, or the third deck. Okay, guys? So is it the first deck? Oh, I got to know. Can you? I don't know if you can tell that it's switched directions.
Yeah, we can see
Is
it.
it the second deck that you would like me to pick a card from? And it's a yes. Okay. Guess what the name of this one is? We should not be surprised.
Of course.
Magic. It's the other deck that I have for unicorns. Okay. And Spirit had picked these out the other day. So Spirit knew you were coming, Denise. Okay, okay. I love this deck. It is beautiful. Oh, the last card.
Oh, gorgeous.
Can you see the owl? Was on
Yes.
the back. That's not the message. That was for me. That message is for me. Let me put these in here. I'll shuffle it up. And I'm going to shuffle this way. You know, when you set them down like you do normal cards. And then the next step that I've learned to do by watching different people is to just let them pop out. So, a message from Spirit for Denise. Is there a message? Oh, this one popped. I'm going to set it down. Is there a message from Spirit for Denise? This one popped out. I'm going to pick 3 and then we'll see if I need to give them all to you or just one. Is there another message for Denise? Let's see if we get a really good pop. Aha! We did. Okay.
Look at the message from Denise on the screen.
Oh, owl is your totem. Denise. Oh, now I have goosebumps. Absolutely. Goosebumps. I didn't happen to see what number that was. We can do that another day. I can look for that. Well, we'll see if one of these is that one. No? Okay, so we've got 3 cards. Let's see if the first one on my left is a message for Denise. Yes. How about the second one? Yes. And the third one. Ooh, Denise, you get all 3 plus the... Oh, let's see. It's moving. You see that? Third one? That's a yes, too. It's a very strong yes. That's the one that really popped. Okay, let's see what we've got. Here's the first card. It's a 34. Oh, gotta figure out where to put this.
That's
They're
good.
shinies. Okay, Cosmic Pearl, 34. So that's a 7. I don't know what 7 means. You might. And it's expand your psychic gifts. Denise, open the gate to the angelic realms.
Looks
Does
like
that ring true for you?
right? The pearly gates.
Oh, yeah. Look at
She got
that.
spirit bombs, Debbie.
Yeah, does she? Ah. Okay, here's the second one. This one's pretty cool, too. 29. 9, 10, 11. That's an 11, which today is the 11th. I have a story about that I'm probably supposed to tell you guys. And I might not say this correctly. Mahatma energy.
I think it's
Build your light body. Go ahead.
I think it's Mahatma, like Mahatma Gandhi. Gandhi.
Okay. We'll go with that. Build your light body. Accelerate your ascension. Remember, I'm dyslexic, so I mess them up.
You're doing great.
Please forgive me. There you go. Can you see this one? Isn't that beautiful?
Yes.
And then the third card is a 6. Oh. Enter the magic. Enter the magic.
The positive energy flowing towards Denise right now. That's like triple the magic.
Yeah. And it's a 6 card. Live in the now. Seize the moment. But it just all goes together, doesn't it?
Beautiful.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Now, do you want me to read the guidebook on any of those, Denise, or are you okay with that? I'll just wait for a second to see.
You had a story about the Mahatma card. You got that same card
I did.
For your birthday, right?
Yeah. I bought this. Okay, so what was that? Remember on my birthday, I drew the cards, and there was one that was an 11, one was a 22. It became an 11. I think it must have been a 29. And then there was 29, which became an 11. There was a 22 and a 33. And so then today is the 10th session, right? Mm-hmm. And it's the 11th day. So there we've got a 111. And my number, my name, if you see when I'm writing, I don't think on this when we do, but it's Miss Debbie 0111 is what it is. So when I saw this 11, the 29, I went, oh, just confirmation. And the rest of that story, oh, I wonder if I can tell it. I think I can. Is I might cry. But my best friend died at 65. And one of the things that she comes to me through numbers, and they have to be either our birthday numbers on Wisconsin plates, because she's from Wisconsin, or she can do the three numbers in a row, the 111, the 222 on Minnesota plates. I know I'm weird. It's just one more area of connecting to the spirit. And so when I see certain numbers, I connect to my friend we shared the exact same birthday. We were born the same year, and we had horses, and we were both teachers, and we'd been friends for 20 years. And now we connect through spirit, through numbers and other ways.
There's a message for you.
Okay. Oh, Denise, isn't that exciting?
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that. Do we have another question?
Yes, you do.
All right. Another, just something simple. Okay, here we go. Well, I don't know about simple, but I'm kind of glad they're just these because it makes it easier for me personally. Here we go. Let's find out which, since this is the first time I've ever done this publicly, that's what I meant by that. Okay, I'm going to ask, oh, can you put that one back up, please?
Oh, I lost it. Oh, Sonia.
I just need, it's Sonia, right? I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, Sonia. For a message.
Okay. So, spirit guides, can you please connect with Sonia? They're swinging very, very fast. Can you see that? And she would like a general message. Which deck would you like me to use? So I'll bring those three over. Now, I was told that there would be a surprise today. So we'll see. Maybe it'll be the tarot deck. I don't know. Okay. Would you like me to read from one of these three oracle cards? So I've got a yes. Would you like this one? Okay, yes. One from these two? No. Okay, so we're going to use this one, another deck that they had asked me to pull. Messages from the Mermaids.
Nice.
By Karen Kay. And this is also a new deck to me. The back card, just so we know, is I always think that they give me messages too. This one's trust. Okay.
So Denise says it's okay to cry, beautiful. These are blessings back to our mother. And Annie Bear says, let them fall. Thank you, Denise. Bora Bora, just sub to you, Miss Debbie.
Aw. Thank you, guys. I can't do lives until I have 100 people. All right, we've got one card that just popped. Ooh, another card. This is quick. Let me put it up higher so you guys can see that I'm... Oh, third card. Okay, let's ask and see if that's what they wanted. Is the card or cards that you would like for Sonia here? That's a yes. Okay, so I have not looked at them yet. Card 1 on my left. Yes. It's not very fast though. Card 2 in the middle. Yes. Card 3 on the right. Oh, whoop, you guys can't see it. See, I gotta learn how to do all this stuff. Organization, guys. That one's swinging a lot faster. So the third card might have more meaning to you than the first two. Let's see what they are. Ooh, this one's interesting. Ask for help. Ask for help. I'm going to grab the guidebook
That's
on this one.
very important for Sonia.
Was it?
It
Okay.
feels like she's one of the givers who doesn't ask for help. Yeah.
Sonia, that's important that you listen to that then. Now is the time for you to give or receive help. Asking for help is the first simple step to sort out a situation. This mermaid is using her conch shell to call for help. That's interesting. Did you see that shell?
Yeah. And she says, yes, it is hard.
Where am I? Perhaps you're an independent person who prefers to do things for yourself. This is fine, but it's also fine and sometimes necessary to ask for help. Don't let foolish pride stop you reaching out to others for assistance. You don't need to struggle through this situation, and there's no need to go it alone. Ask for help and trust that it will come at the right time and in the perfect way. If we were meant to manage our own all the time, we wouldn't be on a planet with millions of other people. Perhaps your pride is stopping you asking for assistance. It's said that pride comes before a fall. So be mindful of this and don't unwittingly trip yourself up to make matters even more challenging. You might not have a conch shell to hand, but you probably have a mobile phone that works just as well.
That's funny.
That was funny. So take heart, pick up your phone and ask for help now, or reach out by sending a text message to someone who might be able to assist you. People are usually happy to help others in their times of need. Or is it the other way around? Is it you who needs to help someone else? Maybe someone has asked you for assistance. If so, respond with kindness and love and lend a helping hand. Very interesting. That was beautiful. Beautiful card. Okay, here's card number 2. The future. Isn't she beautiful? And let me know if you want me to read that one. I didn't feel a draw to have to do that one. I don't know why. And then oh my goodness. You guys are not going to believe what the third one was. Trust.
Yeah. Perfect.
I think we should read this one because it was on the back of the deck and then I drew it. And it was the one that was the strongest, remember?
She
So
says,
let's go look at.
spot on. It's hard to ask for help.
Yeah, I understand that. I've always been the giver too. Okay, trust. Here we go. Here's trust. Here's the book. Trust in life. Nothing happens by chance, and the universe is guiding you towards your destiny. Have faith and trust. This mermaid says everything is working out perfectly and for the highest good of all. Even if it doesn't feel that way right now, it's important to put your trust in life and know that all is well. Sometimes we can feel like a feather in the wind, blown this way and that, feeling out of control. Yet the truth is, we're never truly in control. Allow your heart and inner wisdom to guide you through your situation, knowing that your sun will rise and shine once again. When our rational mind becomes dominant and our need to control takes over, life can be challenging. Yet within our mind, we also have the power to turn things around and surrender to our destiny as it unfolds. Even if this feels uncomfortable at times, know that your journey is unfolding exactly as it should, and there's nothing to concern yourself about. Life is creative and full of twists and turns. It's all a part of the grand harmonious symphony of existence, but it's okay to sing out of tune sometimes. Trust that life is metaphorically helping you to compose a brand new song. However, however you interpret this card's meaning, the core message will keep coming back to trust. The place where you now find yourself is an indication that your destiny is unfolding. It's a time of rebirth into the new and unknown, which can be frightening. Even though there's nothing to fear, go within and know all is well as you trust in your life's process.
Beautiful.
Sonia, that story just now with trust was meant for both of us. The other day, I had taken my dog into the store for the first or second time, into a store that caters to pets, because I really wanted her to become confident in lots of situations. And she's a Velcro dog and needs that, right? So my husband was purchasing what we bought, and I decided to go outside. And when we got out onto the street, all of a sudden this huge gust of wind arrived, and it smelled like smoke. I had a mask on. I still wear a mask. And it smelled like smoke, and I'm like, what is going on? And leaves were everywhere. So I took my mask off. I'm like, yeah, sure enough, it's smoke. Well, there must have been a little, I don't know if they were burning on purpose or whatnot, but behind the building there was a scar later we saw of smoke and burn fire. But in that twist coming off the top of the building, amongst all the smoke and the leaves, was a feather. And the feather was like it delivered right to me by the wind. And that this trust was talking about the feather and the wind. And I went, I'm supposed to tell that story. So I don't know if it'll have any meaning to you, but sometimes just in the moment, something happens. Feathers for me are super important. I feel like my dad sends me feathers all the time. So, in fact, there's a couple back here, pheasants and turkeys that are from our property that have been delivered similarly to the feather that came in the storm.
The way it came out of the fire, that is just so amazing.
And ash, it was pretty incredible. And it was just that one moment. When my husband came out of the store, it was done. So it was there in the moment that I was there. It was pretty crazy.
Oh, there's your message from Sonia. It's beautiful, Sonia.
Thank you, Sonia. Ask for help. It's there. Listen to your wisdom. Listen to that voice inside of you that helps you know who to ask for help from. Don't do it out of fear. Do it out of love.
Yeah. We've got more requests.
Oh, Jenny, this might be our last one. I don't know. It looks like time might be getting late. I don't know. What do you think?
We're going to go a little bit longer. We can go longer today if
Okay.
we need, but I do have to stop at some point and do your special message.
I know. I'm excited. Okay, Jenny, here we go. Let me get there was a story about this too. This is one of my childhood necklaces as well that appeared one day in a special spot that I had forgotten about. So it has become my favorite pendulum, and I feel like it's been with me in all of my life. So you don't need to purchase a pendulum. Sometimes they show up just like the oracles have shown up for me as well. Okay. So Jenny, I would love to get a message from your spirit guides, I'm assuming. Spirit guides, can you connect with Jenny and give her a special message? I have one more deck. Let's ask if it's this deck that I'm to use. Is this the deck you would like me to use for Jenny? Let me see. Is there another deck you would like me to use for Jenny? Okay, that's a no, not another deck. So it is definitely this deck. That's my yes. All right, let me show you this deck. This is so exciting. All three decks that they had asked for me to pull are being used. This one is another new deck, Healing Waters, and it is by Rebecca Campbell. This is such a cool deck, you guys. And I picked it, well, it picked me when I was looking for what I wanted to use for today. A couple weeks ago, Healing Waters. But look at this, isn't this cool? And then it's got this.
Very ethereal.
Yeah, it's just beautiful. It reminds me that I hadn't turned this card around. This was the card that I drew the other day from it. It's called Clear Waters, Clear Vision, Confirmation, Right Timing, and Opportunity. That's just, I'm sharing it. It may or may not mean anything to you or anybody else. We'll
Look
see.
what she said.
I started to write, oh, this is so exciting. And you said those words, how fun. Oh, yeah, we're connected. We're connected. Isn't that cool? Okay, let me shuffle. You put that card in the middle, so you never know. It might come back out. Uh-oh. My dogs are talking. You're fine. Pipper, you're fine. Tilly's wandering. All right, one more shuffle. Okay. For Jenny, can you please pop out a card for Jenny? A message? I have to get my energy back. It kind of jumped when the dogs barked. Which, that's just part of life.
Yeah.
We can't stay in that. I think it was this one. I'll ask. We can't stay in that place all the time. I'm going to pull both of these because they were stuck together. And we'll see if there's one more. Ooh, that one. Did you see that one? Let me grab it. Okay, so that's the fourth card. Let me move it over here. And I'll see if it's the one we're supposed to use. Are Jenny's messages here in these four cards? Are there any other cards you want me to pull? Okay, that's a no. No more cards. So now I'm going to ask card number 1 on my left. Maybe, maybe not. Make it a little twist here. Card number 2. It's a little yes. Card number 3. Bigger yes. Card number 4. So all 4 of them, but the biggest one is number 4, just so you know. Okay, so remember that when we go through here. Might be the one we need to read. Ooh, first card. I'm not going to read it yet. I'm just going to let you look at it.
What's the description at the bottom? Can't see that.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you in a second. I'm being sneaky.
That's all right.
This one is deep sea diving. Does that mean anything to you? Deep sea diving. And then the words are way of the mystic. Learn through experiencing depths. Learn through experiencing depths. See if I can get that to deep sea diving. Let me know if you want me to read the description on those. Oh, guess what, guys? Second card, Clear Waters. was the one that I showed you in the very beginning.
Yeah.
And I said, well, if it has meaning, we will see it again. Sure enough, we are. We're going to read this one for sure. Let me find my guidebook. Clear Waters. Now, this one doesn't have numbers on it. Let me find it. Here we go. It has lots. I didn't read everything in this book. About half of it is a story. There's a lot to read. I really like this deck. Okay, clear waters, clear vision, confirmation, right timing, opportunity. Everything's coming together and supporting you right now. Potency is present. Alignment has arrived. Potential is here. The waters before you are crystal clear, and what you're stepping into is of the highest potency. You know the way forward. There are clear seas ahead. Keep facing your true north and proceed onward. This is for both of us. This is a wonderful card with a very positive message. It suggests that something's come into your life that's a great big yes, or you've been working on bringing things into alignment and are stepping into that now. A creative project, a new relationship, a new home, a new phase of life, whatever it is you've been manifesting or longing for. It seems that you're clear about what you want and it's coming to fruition. This card comes with a positivity, confirmation, and a lot of promising potential. You're supported on your journey and everything's opening up to you. Keep your gaze ahead of you and don't get distracted by what others are doing or by other things you could be doing. You know what to do and have been working for this for a long time. Enjoy this moment, embrace the clarity and the vision, and receive all that you've created and will continue to create for yourself and the world. Healing Waters affirmation. I embrace the clarity and potency of what's before me. I say yes and proceed ahead.
You see what she wrote?
Wasn't that, as a kid, I always loved deep dive into the water. Isn't that wonderful? It's like this is confirmation for you, but it's also confirmation for me that I'm connected and that we're doing this together. It's quite phenomenal.
And I
All
happen to
right,
know
let's.
Jenny is facing a big health challenge. So the healing waters is such a beautiful affirmation.
Wow. Spirit is just, our guides are amazing.
They are.
They're just
Yeah.
amazing. And trusting them to be here helping and guiding us together as we receive these messages. And others of you that are in the audience may be getting messages too, because I asked for today and for anybody that ever watches this when I do my prayer today, just so you know, the collective for all of us. So some of you who maybe didn't even ask a message might be receiving one too. So listen to your heart and you'll know. The third one, water codes. This one, whoops. Water codes, ancient wisdom. I can't really read it. Let me turn it. The intelligence is within you. Isn't that just what we said? I recently learned about the current true north in places. I've been trying to use that. It's a guy that is endowed with the best benefits of Pisces. Trust in the universe, for instance. Yeah. The true north in Pisces. Isn't this amazing how it's tying together what you know, what I know, which is very little, and what you know, Deborah? I'm, as you say, Godsmacked, completely Godsmacked. All right, the fourth card, which is the one that was really, really, really going. This one's beautiful too. I'll bring the words up in a second.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
The wishing well, unexpected gifts, kindness, karmic jewels. Oh my goodness.
That's a gift.
What a gift. What a gift. It's the wishing well. Let me find it. It should be at the back of the book, right? Lots of W's. There we go. Wishing well. Unexpected gifts, kindness, karmic jewels. It's said that in ancient times, women would sing and whisper into wells, believing that the water would carry their messages from one corner of the world to another. This may sound like something from a children's fable, but in fact, several scientific researchers, isn't this what you guys talked about yesterday or the day before? Several scientific researchers have theorized that water can be imbued with energy from our thoughts, emotions, and intentions. Wishing wells are found all over the world, and they mirror to us the great reverence held by our ancestors for Earth's fresh waters. Greek mythology says that the tradition of wishing wells began through the practice of throwing coins into a sacred well of the warrior. Oh, here's a word I don't know. Amphiaraus, Amphiraus, who was a renowned oracle. Better learn that one, right? The wishing well is a wonderful card that carries with it great blessings, gifts, and fulfilled wishes. When it appears in a spread, it's a sign that things are happening and that the realization of your dreams is likely to occur. I have goosebumps. Of course, any creation requires embodiment and action, so it's not a sign to stop moving toward your dreams in practical ways. Rather, it offers deep encouragement to keep going and to trust that all the groundwork you've already put in place is working. It can also be a sign that helpful people are coming into your life to support you in creating your heart's deepest desires. Healing water affirmation is this: I receive all of the gifts that life has to offer me with an open heart and open mind. I'm surrounded by kind, helpful people. Things are working out for me. I'm living my heart's deepest, most daring prayer. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
It's beautiful.
Just beautiful.
And while you were
Oh,
watching that, Hypnicity popped in to say it was 1212.
1212. Yeah, another number.
So I tell you what, we have 3 more people who would like a reading. Maybe if we just do 1 card for each person, that way we can
Perfect.
get them in.
Perfect. I knew there was supposed to be a surprise. Remember I told you that? Okay, let me pick a card or a deck. You know, I'm going to ask if it's the other unicorn one that I showed you. Because I didn't draw anything. Oh, this one's calling to me too. I'll see if for that. Okay, guys? All right. Would you like me to draw the first card from this deck? Yes. Okay. So, first person. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to pull from the unicorn deck that I first showed you guys earlier. And then I have another one. We'll see if that's for somebody else. Remind me to, when I do this, to shuffle my cards first. Maybe that would make more sense, right? Maybe not. Polarity is the back card. So let's just shuffle these up. And who am I doing a card for?
Oh, sorry, let me get you a name. Mystic Sense.
Mystic Sense. Mystic Sense. We're just going to draw 1 card for you, Mystic Sense.
She wants
I
a
love
message
your name, by the
on love.
way. Message on love. Message on love. Okay, well, we'll see if we get one from this card. From this deck. Nothing's popping yet, so.
There will.
Aha. Here we go.
Ooh,
I haven't even looked at it.
Roger.
Possibility. Possibility for you, Mystic. And it says, raise your standards, elevate your expectations. You have unlimited potential. Isn't that a beautiful card? Oh, possibility.
Yes.
Listen to your wisdom. You got this.
Sounds like she's in the shopping phase and not to be in a hurry.
Yeah. Yeah. That's okay.
There's
Okay. Gigi. Oh, Gigi, look at all those hearts. I love it. Okay. Oops. I have a knot at that end. We'll use the other end. Can you please connect with Gigi? I didn't do this with that last one, just so you know, but I had in my head. Okay, would you like me to draw from this deck right here? And I'm getting a yes, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go over here and see, is there one from this box you'd like me to draw from instead? Okay, the first one, the second one, the third box, fourth box, fifth box, the fifth one, the good tarot. Oh, interesting, you guys. Or the intuitive whispers one. Okay, remember I said earlier that we might be using this one? The good tarot that I had done earlier? So Gigi, are you familiar with tarot, Gigi?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure she is.
Okay, well, for some reason, this is the deck that they wanted me to use for you.
Gigi hangs out with Nancy Jean a lot, so you know she's familiar with tarot.
Okay, well, your spirit guide wanted me to use these. Let me put the 4 that I took out. Do you guys want to, well, I know we're in a hurry. Oh, I won't show those. Oh, this is a huge deck too. Look at how thick that is. And I had shuffled them. I have to shuffle them in quadrants.
Yeah.
Because it's such a big deck. Let's see if I can do this. A message for Gigi. There's a whole bunch of them. They're sticking together, so I'm going to wait for just a single one that sticks out. It might be this one. I am going to see if. Oh, okay, that one was the one. And let me ask between these two, okay? Which one they want me to give Gigi? And Gigi, I bet you're going to want to know both of them. First card. That's a yes. Second card. Oh, I have to give you both. Here we go. First card. Strength.
Ooh, nice.
First card is strength. And that second one that flew out, this is an interesting one to end our page of water.
Beautiful.
Page of water. I think I should read these, don't you? Because remember we said that these are different?
Yeah, they're different.
Strength. Let me look and see if I can find strength pretty quickly here.
Typical.
Doesn't have
card.
It has a number.
That one's easy, but the Air of Water, I don't know about that one. Or the Page of Water.
Strength is in endurance. I can go the distance and know that everything occurs in divine appropriate timing. I have courage as I manifest miracles. When I allow spirit to work through me, I'm strong enough to move mountains and overcome any obstacles inside or out. And then Page of Water. Page of Water. Let me find that. That's air, fire, water. And if I remember, the page was here.
Oh, thank you
Here we
so
go.
much. She says that goes to cups, and cups is love. Unless this deck is
Page
different.
of Page of Water, open-heartedness, childlike innocence and curiosity, beginning of intimacy and relationships, playfulness, fearful optimism. I open my heart fully, allowing myself to feel childlike wonder and innocence. All adventures lead me where I need to go. Love awaits. Life is a delightful dance, and I am here to frolic and play. I am ready with a big smile, and I have on my dancing shoes. That was beautiful.
That is.
All right.
So
Thank you.
let's see what Denise said. Oh, that's great. Denise. Yeah, thank you. All right. And your final reading is Renee.
Okay, Renee. Message for me. Let's see. Renee. I don't want to get all my cards all mixed up. You guys may not know this, but I set up shop with a couple of tables that just kind of, used for extra. They're more like TV trays because I didn't want to go upstairs because my puppy was not calming down up there. So, can you please connect with Renee? Which deck would you like me to use for Renee? I bet I know. I bet it's that one that I had grabbed earlier.
And Linda says it's 222, so that's going to be an extra special card.
An extra special card for Renee. Is this the deck you would like me to use? Aha. Okay. Here we go. This deck is Oracle of the Fairies by Karen, also by Karen K. The back card is Moon Energy. If anybody, that might be for somebody.
Gorgeous.
Okay. Oh, and look at the front of these cards. Aren't they beautiful? The back. All right.
It's like apple blossoms.
Yeah, you're right. Springtime. Now, fairies can play games with us. So I've asked them to behave themselves. Ah, this is beautiful. Come together. Come together. Friends like to be busy, and a group of them is showing you that many hands make light work. Working as a team helps get the job done. That's beautiful. Let me hold it up there some more because
it is. And isn't that exactly what we're doing? It's so perfect.
Coming together because we as spiritual beings need each other. We need each other more now than we ever have.
Yes.
Yeah, very definitely.
We got to that place of being so isolationist because of the pandemic. Now we've got to do that 180 because it's so important that we come together and support each other. Yes,
Yeah,
so come together. Absolutely. Beatles song.
Come together right now.
Absolutely. Okay, so thank you, Miss Debbie, for those awesome readings. And now
that was fun.
Excited to tell you about your guest. So the person who showed up for you is Roy Rogers. Can you tell us why that might be?
Roy Rogers? Well, I've watched a lot of Roy Rogers TV over the past. And our horses and riding and right? Isn't this the Roy Rogers my brain is connecting to?
You have a Palomino. Yeah. He had a Palomino.
Yeah. That's right.
I suspect there's more.
And horses. Well, they've been in my life since I was 2. Horses have been, and I was 2 years old, and my dad and I went to a auction and he bought an Arabian stallion, and not a Palomino, but so horses have been in my life since I was 2 years old, and I learned. I don't remember learning to ride a horse. I remember learning how to ride a bike,
Yeah.
but not a horse, because I've done it for, well, I just turned 67. So, 65 years of horses in my life. So I'm not surprised that Roy Rogers would come.
Not
That's
someone
pretty
I would have
exciting.
guessed, but Linda says he was one of her heroes growing up. All right, well, let me share with you what Roy had to say. He came in singing the Tumbling Tumbleweed song from the Sons of the Pioneers. So that was the entrance, right? And we're all being encouraged to be like those tumbling tumbleweeds in the flow, right? It's so beautiful. So some might say I led a blessed life. Opportunities came my way easily. I found success, happiness, created a beautiful family and legacy. But it wasn't always that way. I had my struggles early on. I had my crisis of faith. But thanks to my dear mother, who instilled a deep faith in me, I carried her wisdom and knowledge deep within that I was blessed and that everything would work out for me. So even on the difficult days when things weren't working out, the soundtrack of my life was confidence, knowing and feeling that everything would always work out for me because my mama said so.
Mm-hmm.
Then we didn't have quite the same relationship with Creator as you lightworkers do now. But there was still that feeling of connection and being on a path, knowing there's a reason I existed and good works to be done. For those who are blessed, much is expected. You might say that was a sort of theme to my life. And when I did become successful, it blessed my heart to give to others. I was incredibly blessed to have a life partner who shared the same ideals. It was a simpler life. More folks were in touch with the golden rule and the understanding about sharing with your neighbors, lifting one another up, that everyone deserves some level of prosperity so they could live their best life and bless others from one to the next, sharing those soul satisfying, loving vibrations with the world. It's a travesty what's going on in your world today, that so many have unraveled and lost their connection with the golden rule, with the desire to even try to allow it to play out in their life. There's so much fear that they cling desperately to their possessions, including money. They've lost track with who they are as divine souls. Money is just paper. No matter how much paper you possess, doesn't make you a better human being. Just lets you buy more things. Of course, you could use it to help others. And now you're saying something. But when you hold on out of fear with that lack, scarcity mindset, you do yourself and others a deep disservice because you push away your own abundance. In the doing, you deny others whom you might have helped had you let the abundance in. Stop fighting against it. Breathe, relax, allow, and be grateful. Feel the love. Accept the abundance, the unlimited resource of your divine creator. Revel in it. Create your most beneficent life and then share from that abundance with others. It really is that simple. When enough people reconnect with the truth of this way of being, your world will change rapidly. You are on the precipice. And for that reason, we on the other side have high hopes and excitement about your future. I came today to share that perspective with you because I know a great many of you are fast losing hope, thinking, oh, you keep saying it's going to be just around the corner, but I'm running out of hope. It's not coming. When is it going to come? Well, I'm sorry to tell you this, but when you're in that mindset, you're pushing it away. That's the wrong energy. Whatever you have, be in a state of gratitude for it, opening the door and allowing more to come in, sharing whatever you can share, even if it's just love, especially if it's just love. There can't be too much love in the world. After all, here we are in LOVEStream. Isn't that what we're about? Sharing more love, peace, and working our way towards oneness. You can be a part of that if you want to. If you're willing to step up, set aside the fear, take the action, trust Creator and your angels. You tumble along like that tumble and tumbleweed. No resistance. Going where the energy takes you, bringing delight, excitement, love, and abundance wherever you go. Just allow it. Well, I've said my piece. I hope that you were listening and you'll take my words to heart. Do it for yourself. Do it for your loved ones. Do it for humanity. You can change the world. Bless you and thank you. With much love. So long. Thank you, Roy. That was wonderful.
That was beautiful. Just beautiful. What a great gift. And it was perfect because of my connection with horses and with him when I was growing up. Yeah. Thank you so much, Deborah. This was delightful.
Yeah, you're so
absolutely.
Yeah.
I am grateful.
The chat have any comments or last questions? Miss Debbie, you now have 48 subscribers. Thank you, Denise. Awesome. Hey, Irish Granny Pocket, how honored are we? Thank you, Helen, for checking in with us. This is my friend, Miss Debbie in the Flow. Jenny says it was great. Oh, yeah, let me show you that comment. She'll be humming Happy Trails.
Isn't that a great song?
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, Roy has such great energy that really is a perfect match for what we're doing here. But I got to say, shocked the heck out of me when he popped in.
Yeah, I was shocked too when you told me. I mean, it doesn't surprise me, but it's like, oh, didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
It's
and
cool.
That's what it's been with all the surprise guests over the last 10 days. It's like, oh, it makes perfect sense once they show up. You know, like Eleanor Roosevelt giving us a lecture a little bit about fascism. I never would have expected that, but it fit. It was so perfect.
You know who I thought was going to come? I'm going to tell you now. I thought it was going to be Jacqueline Onassis Kennedy.
Really?
Because, yeah, that's who I thought it was going to be. And the reason I thought that was because she had horses. So I had the horse connection, right? That's why, and I had, as a college student, my parents had horses, I told you that. And we went to the farm where Jacqueline Onassis Kennedy rode horses. She rode Arabian horses. And I went to the restroom when they got to meet her. I got to meet her. I got to wave at her and watch her ride, but I happened to go to the restroom at the wrong time. So I kind of thought she might show up. But Roy Rogers was perfect.
Yeah. And who was the other person? I think you said you thought too.
The other one I thought my mom might send was Paul Harvey.
Oh.
With the rest of the story.
Yeah.
That was the other one. So those were the two I was thinking. But it was supposed to be surprised, and it was great. But that's what gifts are. Perfect message.
Yeah. We're probably about the same age, and Debbie and I grew up watching Roy Rogers. Yeah. That and who was the other one? The Lone Ranger. I used to ride a rocking horse with the Lone Ranger every day.
Me too. Loved him.
Yeah. It was so beautiful. And you got a message from Helen.
Aw. How interesting. See, that fits right in with mine too, because I didn't know that. Because I was a special education teacher. I don't know if you knew that, Irish Granny. Yeah. Aw.
Yeah. They had big hearts full of love, and they did a lot of good works in the world.
The message was beautiful.
Dave was his second wife. His first wife died.
Oh. I didn't know that either.
I looked him up afterwards because I didn't know much about him. He grew up on a houseboat in the Ohio area because they were poor, and they built this boat and floated down the river, and then the Great Flood, I think it was 1913 or something like that, washed their boat ashore. So they left it there. They were going to build a house, but instead they stayed in the houseboat because now it's on shore.
Oh, wow.
How wild is that?
That's
so he
crazy.
had a trouble beginning. He did a lot of things to make a living before he got into show business.
Yeah. And then he was able to take all of that experience and use it for good. I think that's why so many of us feel how important it is to help and support others, because we've experienced life where we didn't have something that we needed and another person gave it to us. We were gifted that. And I don't think I would be where I'm at today if that wouldn't have happened for myself or my family. Yeah.
Yeah. We've all been so blessed.
Did it take her a little while to settle down like it did me?
It's a journey for sure.
I couldn't stop the wheels because I was, and I had to go back to school several times to let go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, retirement was hard for me.
Oh, see, you're doing a great job. Thank you, Lisa. This is
Thank you. I
Debra's
appreciate that.
debut on a show like this. So it's gone marvelously. I'm so glad you said yes. And as we're getting ready to wrap up, do you have any closing thoughts you'd like to share?
This was so much fun, and the time just flew by,
It did.
which tells me that this is what I need to be doing,
You do.
and I don't need to be afraid of it. I can do this because I'm being called to do it. And if it was hard or difficult or I was feeling resistance, then it would mean no, don't do it. But because it's easy and I felt connected to spirit, it tells me that I'm doing the right thing. So
Well, all
thank you.
those magical stories that you share, they would translate beautifully to video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and people need those magical stories now. So you are being called. Yes. And listen to
What's fun about that is while I was getting ready, all these stories kept falling into place in my head. And I was reminded to share them as they come, not to feel like I should force them. So I thought, oh, should I go get a book or that I've written, not published, but written, the notebooks? No, don't do that. Just go with the flow. So
yeah.
that's
So
what I
here's your
did.
response from Hypnicity.
Ah,
That's an interesting
that would have been, yeah.
Awesome.
Bringing those stories. That's one thing I did when I was teaching is I always brought the stories into my classroom because the kids could relate to those stories. I bet a travel agent would be a marvelous storyteller.
Yeah,
Marvelous.
absolutely. Well,
Somebody's waking.
thank you for being a teacher because, oh my gosh, it's so hard these days.
I miss the kids. I miss the kids. They miss me. I still get messages from some of them.
But
It's
this is your
wonderful.
chapter now to step up
Yeah.
into a higher calling, and it's beautiful. I'm so proud of you and happy for you.
Well, thank you. I think this is teaching too. It's at a different level. It's
Yes.
teaching from the heart. It always from the heart. So for that, I'm grateful.
Yes. Well, we have gone way longer than I planned, but that's okay because it was all perfect and flowed in so beautifully. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Miss Debbie, for saying yes. It was a delight. And I wish you all much love today, tomorrow, and forever. Mwah. Bye, everybody.